This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Glad to have you with us at Johnny Red Floyd Stadium in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, home to the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Missouri State Bears, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The run from the shotgun. Turning it on. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Let's take a moment and think Missouri State. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top 2 teams in the all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these 2 teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
And you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time. Now, it used to just be in the red zone. Now, you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
Quarterback on the keeper. Got the first down and more. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
From the gun. Give on the inside. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
The Bears will have it 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. A shot toward the end zone. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. All right, guys, let's talk just a little about Missouri State. They've jumped to the top of the conference standings. Now the trick is finding a way to stay there.
Well, and that's your goal to start the season. It's always about the conference first. It's not about the national championship picture. So great job taking care of business within the conference, Jesse, but a lot of meat still left on the schedule.
Yeah, and remember, conference championships mean a lot because the way the college football playoff is set up, if you're winning your conference championship, you're probably in the playoff discussion. So they've got a lot of games ahead. They're in that prime spot right now. inside their conference, they've got to keep playing well.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Dumps it to the back. For the 3rd straight play, the pass falls incomplete.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. After the miss, no change in the score.
And this place was going crazy before the game, and the offense on the first drive kind of quieted them down a little bit, but the defense, great job. They get a goal-to-go situation. They get the stop, force the field goal, force the miss. The crowd's back in it, baby.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
Man, I love night games because you have all day to get excited, get jacked up. And you could tell, the QB might have been a little too excited. Forcing the ball into coverage on the first pass attempt, creating the interception. Now this defense has set this offense up in a great position to get some early momentum.
On the option. Quick toss. He has the first and still on his feet. Inside the 20 and out of bounds at the 19 on the big run.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Fires to the wideout. Right through his hands. You just have to make that catch, and it'll be 3rd down.
Just got to finish the play for the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
You have to wonder, after missing a field goal on the last drive, how are they going to play this 3rd down? Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And that was so close to a turnover in the end zone. The defense almost with the huge play.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
4th down and 13, and the offense is going to give it a shot. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. Can't hook up on the long throw, and 4th down goes by the boards for this offense.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass. They forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
He wants to take the top off. Snatches it on the right. He's loose. He's at the top. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, every game in the Big Ten so very critical. How about this one today? UCLA is currently ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Terry Donahue, this has not been a blowout today inside the Rose Bowl. They're up by 7 over Michigan State. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. So here comes the Missouri State offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive points.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And I think on that last play, it's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over from the moment the ball left his hand.
Looking to throw, it's Tollefson. Steps away to find some room. He'll try to do it himself. And he will wisely scamper out of bounds. No need to take unnecessary hits. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Lost one deep down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
And the Bears are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Catch in the middle, it's Robinson. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. At the end of the quarter, guys, it's Middle Tennessee on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. First play of the period, 1st down here. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Quickly out to the tight end.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
The Bears come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. He wants to throw it again. He lets it fly. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field and they're trying to make it happen, but the defense, they have been lights out. They force another incompletion.
And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
Well, 3rd and short, I think the offense was probably expecting blitz. That's why they dialed up the screen, but it did not fool the defense. Great job defending the screen, setting up 4th.
I'm not sure this was ever a real decision. They'll go for it on 4th and inches. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. And the Bears headed quickly to the line. From that spot on the field, you're going to go for 4th and inches every time, but, I mean, you could argue that 4th and inches, you ought to go for it almost all of the time.
I 100% agree.
He'll take a shot. Snags it. And he will score. Touchdown, Missouri State.
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was...
Makes the catch on the left. And the big game, and they've got it on the 46.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. It's Tollefson. Unloads to the wideout. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
I like the play call there. I know it falls incomplete, but you're in the defensive side of the field right now, and you're going back to the guy that's already scored a touchdown for you. This guy has stepped up. He's made a play.
Grabs it inside the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, MTSU.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Okay, guys, the Bears offense comes onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Makes the grab deep. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB's scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Right down the middle. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The Bears getting set on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
Throws to the wideout. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw. That's how you force incompletions and force fourth down.
They've already gone for it a couple of times on fourth down, converted once. Looks as if they'll try a third. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs. Looking downfield, it's Thompson. Throws for the tight end. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he
breaks into the open. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense. In their running game, that time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Just on the edge of the red zone. First and 10 from the 21. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
That's reeled in. It's Walker. And he's wrestled to the ground. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Let's see what they've dialed up on third and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Really nice third down sub defense there at that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, it is now a final in the Big Ten, and a game I think a lot of folks will want to see. Indiana went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Hoosiers always seem to get everyone's best punch, but today they were the ones who delivered the knockout. Really unexpected outcome in this intriguing Big Ten matchup, and the type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
And Kevin Connors always got some space. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. You open a drive like that, and you've got some operating room. It's first down from the 38. Here's the pressure. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Second and 10, he'll throw again. Makes the catch. It's Joyner. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. Looking to throw for it. He lobs one high down the left side. Got it inside the 10. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri State.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Dropping back, it's Tollefson. Finds his man, it's Walker. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Scoops it up, still a live ball. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Looking to the big tight end. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Bears will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off, and man, could they have used that. It'll be second down. To the air, it's Tollefson. Here's a heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there, more and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that process. So nice job on the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Rifles it down the middle. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet.
Hey, man, that was just perfect execution offensively. On a fourth down like that, if you're going to throw a completion, get the first and keep the drive alive. QB's got to be great with his eyes. He's got to throw it on time.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the move from inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Got a little room. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Missouri State. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Tollefson. Pressure coming. Grabbed in the middle, it's Walker. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, the defense is starting to figure it out, I think. It's taken them some time. This guy already has 2 touchdown catches. That time, though, they were in a better position in coverage.
Trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up 4th down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. To the air on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Robinson. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game. Now on 2nd down. Back to pass. It's complete to the right. He'll step out of bounds right at the 27.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Off the play fake on 1st down. He's going to take off. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Working that wide receiver screen. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. And this one will be a 40-yard try from the left hash. And he barely got enough of that one to somehow tuck it into the left corner just over the crossbar. And it's a deadlock here in the 3rd quarter after the field goal. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Throwing right. zips it out to his man. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a first down. Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down.
There he goes. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Tollefson. Fires to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Man, and that's one he probably wants back. And sometimes you underestimate the speed of your guy or how fast he gets out there. And you could tell, just threw that a little bit too far. His receiver didn't have the jets to go catch up with that one.
Quickly complete.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed. And if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Looking down the middle. Got him in the open. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Lets it fly. Touchdown, Blue Raiders. They take the lead with the 6.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
And he added the extra point. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away. But you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
He wants to go deep. Snags it down the right side. Running into the open space. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. Looking to throw on first down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. We reached the end of the period. Middle Tennessee is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So the final period starts with a second down play. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Catch in the middle. It's Ellison. And he makes a completion there. Set up and in business at the 20.
I like how this offense throws to their running backs in different areas of the field. It's not always going to be to the perimeter. It's not always going to be screens, but they can attack the middle of the field too using these angle routes. Nice play call.
15 after that grab. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the air on second down. Grab near the marker. It's Joyner. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Using the quick game. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, the red zone, the field starts to shrink as a defense. I don't drop as far in my drops now. I got to understand, I'm getting back quick. That ball is going to come out. Nice job by the defense reacting to the pass and going and making a physical tackle.
Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Wants to keep it in the air. And it's incomplete. He was looking to the end zone and trying to get 6.
Interesting call here for the head coach, too, because you need a touchdown. Now it's 4th and long. You could kick the field goal and cut into the lead, but depends on how much you trust your defense right now. They may go for this one, guys.
The snap sets up to throw. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And some people won't like that, but I like aggressiveness, and that's who they are as an offense, so it's okay to be aggressive. But I know one thing now. After that 4th down stop, and you're trailing, I'm going to need my defense.
Turning it on! Inside the 40. The 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee. Great job by the back on the option. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
I mean, let's go. That's a day's worth of yards right there on one carry. The home run hitter takes the snap, gets the football. He does the rest, shows off the speed, taking it 90-plus yards to the house.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Notre Dame notched a victory in enemy territory, and though it wasn't a dominant win, I'd argue any win away from South Bend is worth its weight in gold to the Golden Domers. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. So here comes the Bear offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Looking deep. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21. The Bears will hustle to the line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive in that time? They just can't come up with a completion.
Throws to the tight end. And it's picked off at the goal line.
It doesn't get any better from your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. It's Tollefson. Finds his tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
I think in this situation after that incompletion, 4th and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
They bring the punter onto the field now. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. So here comes the Missouri State offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me...
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Trying to take it back. They'll stop him at the 37, and the defense comes up with a big pick. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Tollefson. With the catch, it's Jones.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Caught over the middle. It's Tipton. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down. They've got it at the 40. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Gets it past the marker. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll keep it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
From the gun, the running back has it. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Touchdown, MTSU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Fires to the tight end.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be thrown to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46. The offense setting up shop at the 46. 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.